So, you guys know how they like to tell us what they're doing. Or, I don't know if they like it so much as they have to, per their occult ritual and all of their movies and entertainment, news podcasts, and everything else that's fake and gay. They just tell us what they're doing, and then they do it. So, this video is going to be about Back to the Future. And I can't really make sense of it because logically, we know they want something to the effect of David Crowley's gray state, right? Total control, just controlling every movement, possibly violence, just complete government control. That's the doomsday shit that I don't know, that I just imagine that they want. Given Agenda 2030, nobody owns anything. And, you got FISA and all this other shit. So, I don't know. But anyway, Back to the Future. Back to the Future. There's some videos that came out about the first one in 9/11 and the Twin Towers, if you remember. Remember they had Twin Pines Mall. The video is so compelling, right? Everything that that covered, because they even reference it in Back to the Future 2 again. But at the end of the first one, you have the 9/11 symbolism. If you catch it there with the background and the fire from the tires as the 11. Anyway, that was all that stuff put together was kind of yeah, it seems like they're telling you stuff. And now we have Donald Trump. I always thought in the second one that Biff kind of resembled Donald Trump. He's got his hotel, it's a casino, they kind of look alike. It just, that character always reminded me of Donald Trump. And it seems like that's very much, what we have right now, right? If you consider the alternate timeline, 1985 timeline, where absolutely nothing makes sense, right? Pedophiles run the fucking world. That's on paper. None of this makes any sense. So that got me to thinking, because 1 and 2 just kind of seem to have come to fruition. At least with the 9/11 attacks and Trump in power, and just kind of no laws, right? Unless you're a regular person and all the laws apply to you. Anyway, the third one is Wild Wild West, right? So what does that mean? And I don't know, but my thought is they are going to disassemble the entire power structure as we know it. My presumption is that the intent is so they are not able to be held accountable. But Back to the Future 3 is Wild Wild West. So is that kind of what they're going for? If there's no structure or authority or what have you, is that the goal? What does that landscape look like? Does everyone just, because we've seen the transfer of wealth, we've seen all the resources go to whomever over the last 7 years or so. There's been a lot of consolidation away from the middle class. So I don't know. Back to the Future.